Me? Okay. That's good. That means we're going to get full value out of our kitchen finks, which is awesome. And next turn, because we have the sprawl, we'll be able to go a little nuts. So we should be able to race him. And next turn, we can play the Stormbreath Dragon without taking any damage, and then following up with Chandra. So I'd say we have a pretty good shot. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, no. And with this hand, there's very little risk at the moment for not just attacking. Everything he plays has trample, so keeping up the kitchen finks really only would soak up, 2 points of damage. Unless he plays Goblin Guide, which he could just not be playing Goblin Guide and just playing a very budget version of the deck. Yep. And next turn, I think we don't have him dead quite, but basically pretty close. So we'll be able to do 12 damage if we attack with everything, which we only really need to attack. I mean, we can leave up some stuff. Now, I think him not going after the Arbor Elf is definitely a mistake on his part. And no reason to play the Foothills. No reason to sack it yet. And I'm going to update my... While he's thinking about this Chandra that's on the stack. Update my game, all my testing data. While we were on the play for the first game, we were on the play. And all right. Oh man. Whoa. Dang it. Need to focus on reorienting myself whenever I transition back into the game. And we will go ahead and I really don't... We'll just make some tokens. They'll die. We basically have him dead, I mean, because of this bonfire, so... Pretty low risk situation here. So you can burn, like, assuming, like, say, like, 3 of his hands are bolts. He can kill Chandra, and then he can kill the dragon, or he can kill Chandra and deal 6 to me, and then he'll take 8, and then I'll bonfire him. Yeah, he's basically dead next turn. And I'm not, so. And then we can also, like, as we attack, if he chooses... Okay, that's fine. And I think for style points, we're going to bonfire him just to get that Marauders out of the way. And attack for lethal. So that's 1, 2, and 3, and the bonfire commences. And yeah, won that game. On the plate. And let's see. So mono red burn. So we brought in. See how he sideboarded. See if we want to do anything different. So we took out. Or we brought in the Finks and Sudden Shock. Now, the Sudden Shock are, I mean, it's not exactly necessary. In fact, I may not even, it's just kind of like a placeholder. We took out 1 Bonfire, 1 Beast, and then we also brought in 1 Pia and Karen, and then the 1 Thrun, because basically we just wanted to lower our curve and have plays on turn 2. Yeah, I like Sudden Shock for that reason. Actually, that way we have plays on turn 2 should he kill our dorks. And well, a slightly risky hand because we basically have to draw a land. But if we draw a land, I don't know, without having like constantly holding up mana for Skullcrack, I don't know how he beats us. So we'll have the blockers. Even if we don't, even if he Skullcracks us to not gain the life, we'll have the blockers. Well, okay, so you can play Leyline of Punishment. That is a card. We also have Beast Within, so we can deal with the Leyline. Alright. Nope. And we'll pass. Alright, we go to 14, we untap. Hopefully we draw a Sudden Shock or something. Oh, we can still play this to save some damage. And then I'm wondering actually if we should Depending on how next turn goes, we may actually just beast within the ley line at the end of his turn and then play Finks. So 3 cards, so max of probably 10 damage at the moment. Plus Hellspark Elemental, so he has maybe 13 damage. Okay, so he plays Flames. And I think I think we're safe to blow up that ley line at the end of the turn. Then we get to play Finks and then just get more value out of it. So 2 cards, he drew a land, so he's flooding a little bit. Still have access to Hellspark Elemental. Has a Rift Bolt, so has me at 7. And it's kind of risky now because he still has 1 card. It could be Flames, it also could be Skullcrack. But we don't really have a choice at this point. We just gotta play it and try. Worst case, he still can't. Alright. That's good. Then next turn, if we draw a 6th land, we'll be able to play Titan, or we can jam the second Finks. Although I may actually just kill my own Finks, just to gain 2 more life, if I choose to play Titan. Well, we're not playing Titan next turn. Pythias says he has 2 cards in hand. You are probably safe. He suspended Rift instead of casting it, and no reason why. Yeah. Yeah, we're probably good this game. Yep. We are good this game. How's it going, Pythias? How's everything in your world? And then we will... So he has a Hellspark still in his yard. Oh, he's killing our Finks. Alright, that's even better for us. And yeah, we'll just flip the switch. Wonder what he's waiting for. So yeah, usually this matchup is a little rougher, but luckily since we made a change post IQ, so I played in an IQ on Sunday, and we decided to add a fourth Finks to the board to kind of go at, because we noticed that the format was getting a little bit more aggressive in the traditional way and not like in the Eldrazi way, and that a lot more of the red, blue, X tempo decks were becoming more popular, and Finks is pretty good against them. And yeah, this is game. Stonebreath. Rawr. Update our and we still had all that stuff. That's nice. So 2 of 4 matches still in progress. Let's update our all of our stuff. 3, that was a draw win. And edit scene. All right. Now here's where A-Mans get me in trouble. Should I jump into a league and play a league game and then try to then leave that one when this other one's so going? Yeah, let's do it. I can just concede my league match whenever this one gets up and running. So let's see, my queue time. Oh, all right, far below average for my queue times. I had like a 5.5 minute queue time last week, or yeah, last night. All right, we can go get Basic Forest. We've got a solid ramp. Got turn 2 play. We'll keep it. And fetch. Now, well, no. I wanted to play the Utopia Sprawl, so playing Stomping Ground was not. Sometimes, depending on what you have in your hand, you can lead with Stomping Ground so that you can save your fetch, so you can slightly improve your chances of drawing a. Oh, all right. Ad nauseum. Now, these are the games where they're difficult, where if they don't suspend Lotus Bloom on turn 1, then the games are much better for us. But we will. Stone Rain. And okay. Okay, let's check on our. Yeah, we don't have any plays. Go for it. And then we can, yes. Well, we can... So we can play Blood Moon. And then play Chandra next turn. Get 8 damage. Yeah, let's do that. Slightly risky simply because if he kills our birds, we don't have double green post Blood Moon. But I highly doubt he's going to kill our birds. And we don't have any plays, so we will let him play his turn and check on our... Amen, alright. And we did not draw a land, so we can't play... those Lotus Blooms are going to come into play. And, well, if he has it, he has it, so... Can't really do much about this. I mean, if we draw a Beast Within next turn, and like if he doesn't happen to go off, then we have some chance, but he is able to go off at instant speed. Luckily, he has to use these to make... He has to use one to make black, one to make white, so he cannot make blue mana. However, he can filter them through a Pentide Prism, should he have it. So he basically has to have the cards in hand ready to go. Alright, and we will let him do his thing. Alright, one match in progress. Howdy, Zach. How are you? Welcome to my stream. Angel's Grace, okay. Got the black. Not the black. Ad nauseam. Alright. God, that's gotta be so fun. Just casting as ad nauseum and just like, don't care, drawing my deck. So we can... We will not make him do the whole thing because I really just want to finish this match in time. Go back to my 8-man. See how that single limb's going. Okay, one match still going. And we will... How do we usually board against this? Ad nauseum. We don't have a... Okay, let's see. Checking my old notes. So yeah, we board in Grudges. And we basically board out like some of the creature kill. And that's about it. We want to keep our speed. I mean, we're a slower aggressive deck, so we can't really put a whole lot of pressure on them, but we can go after their mana rocks and stuff. Okay, so we've got a Grudge, and so it should be a good hand. We're going to go ahead and keep it based on this Grudge. We have some cool top end as well as an accelerator, and then we can just draw some stuff. We are on the play. And we have our mana. So Zach, should I also put a Shatterstorm in my board in addition to the 3 Ancient Grudges to battle Lantern? I decided to take the Shatterstorm out for the 4th Sphinx, but I'm not sure if that's the right decision. I mean, obviously, it's like how like you know it's a metagame call. It's like how. Okay, so name a card. Okay. And what did he name? I suppose of the vault. Yeah, that's fine. You'd run 2-1 split of Grudge and Storm. Okay. That may be what we do. And exiled. So we've got to watch out for duresses. And then what? So he... What did he name? Okay, named... Okay. That's okay with us. We've got the Grudge. And we just sit and wait. It's very good in your deck because you can ramp into it for affinity or hold it forever against Lantern. Yeah. I mean, how... So, should I worry... I mean, obviously I should be a little worried about Duress and Inquisition. But what are they... What's the ratio that they usually play? Lantern not budget have 3 Thoughtseize max, budget res 1/2 duress. So 4/3, okay, that makes sense. Pretty typical. Undo. Yeah, we'll just Blood Moon him here. He's already dead to like if we play he's already dead if we play Chandra. And how is our single limb going? Okay. We'll set a stop on his upkeep. And he casts Lotus Bloom. That's fine. And we just Grudge it. All right. So he's just going. Are you just gonna die? Come on. Now if I just draw land, I just kill him. Okay, and yes, we'll play first. And we will keep this hand. So he won't be able to. He will basically not allow me. He has the Angel's Grace in hand. Okay, and I don't remember how Angel's Grace reads exactly. Okay, so he can't go below. Okay. And we don't have any plays, so we're just going to let him do his thing. Go back over to our single limb. Lengthy Emmett, Trump, Clinton, win Missouri. Alright. Yay. I have hope for this world. Alright. I think we can double Q. For a second. Nauseum, we lost game 1. We won game 2 on the play. Yeah, seems good. Alright, probably Black Red Eldrazi. We'll go get a Forest. And then we'll play Blood Moon. Alright. And we don't have any plays, so we're just going to let him do his thing. Head back to our league. Yes. Okay. Yep. Alright, exactly as I thought. And we will go ahead and just jam Thrun. We can kind of take a more aggressive line in this game. That's fine. I'll block here. And back over here. And then we can Forest. Alright, and Sprawl here. And then he doesn't have a Lotus Bloom suspended, so our LD is going to be pretty solid this game. And then next turn we can like Beast Within plus Stone Rain. And okay, and then we'll just let him do his thing. Alright, and kind of want to get rid of that aggressor or aggregate more than I want to get rid of the land. So one trick that we can do is we can Beast Within the aggressor, the aggregate. I can also Beast Within my Thrawn and regenerate it, which is also an option. But we will just go ahead and okay, we'll go back to the league. Ooh, all right. And we'll just what's 3, 6, 7, and then we can Beast Within, or we can Acid Moss and Stone Rain. That's fine. You will have no land, sir. Let's go get a forest just in case we draw a Blood Moon. Alright. And he did not do anything, huh? And we'll Beast Within his aggregate and end of turn. And then we can start getting in with Thrun. Yeah, we'll take 5, but whatever. And we'll wait on this Stone Rain for like a waste, should he have anything else. We do need to be cognizant of the fact that he can get to, well, he does have Obligator, so he can just like attack me for 9 out of nowhere. So that's something I need to be wary of, but... And we can... I think I'm going to Beast Within my land and then start Wolf Running it to end the game next turn. So I'll have stop set. And yeah, we'll go ahead and attack. And we can... We'll attack here, pump it for 1, and then we'll have the ability to Beast Within or play Grudge, like if he has a Prism or something. Well, why? I F6'd. That's why. That's why I did that. And we'll Beast Within at end of turn. And he has to have 6 to go off. So we really don't have any huge impetus not to. Okay. We'll focus on this game for a second. Cancel. So untap this. Red. Run this for as much mana as we can. 9. And we'll just F6. Go back to, yep, Obligator, okay. It's going to hit me for 9 here. Then I might, depending on what I draw next turn, I'll have to be able to be, I might have to be on the defensive for a turn or 2, but if we draw like a Wolf Run, or not a Wolf Run, Bonfire or like an Inferno Titan, we basically just win here. Okay. Well, we didn't draw one of those. We'll go ahead and... I don't really have a reason to... I mean... I don't really have a reason to Stone Rain here. Other than to like keep him from making 4/4 endless ones, but... I don't have a compelling reason not to, because if I don't draw something next turn, I just die. Okay. And... Alright, won that match. Now we can go back over to the single limb. All right. Draw in, update over here. Would you like to make your Mimic a 2/2? It is a slight upgrade. Oh, he should have attacked me there with everything. That was a mistake on his part. Because now I play Chandra and wipe his board and then attack. -3. I do need to be mindful because you can play an Obligator and go after Chandra, but he has to have a land and an Obligator, and he didn't play a third land last turn, so I'm okay with it. All right. Alright, and that's basically how Eldrazi matches go. Well, this game 1 anyway. I kind of lock them out of their later game and control their early game. And it's pretty simple sideboarding against them, and that we're basically just going to bring in... you're probably playing... he's probably playing... Dismember, so we'll bring those out. And I don't think so. We usually don't, we haven't had in the past couple weeks, we haven't had this second Thrun or this third Thrun in the board. So usually what we do, depending on what colors they are, we'll board out some combination of Stormbreath Dragon or Inferno Titan. And then we'll board in some combination of Pia and Kirin and Thrun. But he's not playing Path, so like Inferno Titan is pretty decent here. Well, we did see white, so Path is an option that he has available to him. But we'll run it. I like Pia and Kirin. I don't think I need the Thrun, the third Thrun quite, but lowering curve is a consideration. Like against aggressive decks, I usually do take out the Beast Withins, but against Eldrazi, you want max Stone Rain effects. So yeah, it also looks like Trump, Clinton, win Missouri, boo. Moon, yep, feeling whoa feelings. All right. Dwarf Rage's Land Destruction is dirty. I like it. I like it too. And yeah, this looks fine. We're relying on our draw a little bit, but we're on the draw. You mulligan to 6. We don't have a turn 2 play. And on the play, I mean, he can very well go like, he has the risk of going like Eye, Temple, Thought-Knot Seer. We'll run it. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, the hand seems kind of slow. But I don't know, we have a nice payoff if we draw. We have two draw steps, basically. Okay. There we go. And then we have a huge payoff if we draw Utopia Sprawl, because then we can just power out the the Acid Moss. And we are going to do a little damage to ourselves by going after the Stomping Ground, simply because with Arbor Elf plus Stomping Ground, we make sure that we have double red. And Stone Rain, Metal Bows asks if this is the deck you talked about on the A-Team. It is. It is, in fact, the deck I talked about on the A-Team. Or have been raving about, basically telling everybody that it's the realness. Alright, he is down to 1 land. He kept a land light hand, and the next turn we'll be able to play Batterskull and basically stabilize. And then the turn after that, we'll be able to play a Stormbreath Dragon or a Pia and Kirin, depending on what we need to do. And we don't have a Titan, so we can't just play a Titan. And we'll show him what's what. We'll get in there for one. Metalbow says, cool, how is the Infect matchup? Great, actually. It's been getting better as I learn how to play it, so. Garuk Butt Speaker says, Acid Moss is pretty sweet. I agree. I am a fan of your username. That's pretty great. And I would play this Stone Rain, but I don't have anything to target. And yeah, so that was versus Black Red Eldrazi. And we're probably at 63%. Update my insert one above Eldrazi Black Red. And 1 game 1, and we won game 2, and we were on. We draw on the second game. And then we were on the play, I think. Yeah, we're on the play on the first game. Alright. We're like right under 62.5%, so I won't give myself the extra credit. Alright, so yeah, we'll just give it, being that we only have, there's one match in progress, I won't fire up another league match, but I'll happily answer any questions on from the chat if you have any, or you can hit me up on Twitter right above. I'm at Matt Mendoza on Twitter, as well as all my broadcasts are archived on my YouTube page, youtube.com/MattJacobMendoza, and a little bit above that, you can see our A-Team logo. I'm 1/4 of Canada's premier MTG podcast, the A-Team, sponsored by FaceToFaceGames.com and hosted on ManaDeprived.com. We are trying to do we're doing a fundraiser. Basically, we're trying to go to GP Toronto to do a whole bunch of cool content like streaming, deck techs, interviews, all that sort of stuff. But so on our GoFundMe, we're having giveaways basically. So for every $25 you give, you get an entry into winning one of our many prizes, including a Expedition Verdant Catacombs and an Expedition Temple Garden. And I hear those are pretty sweet cards. So yeah, so No Defeat asks, what is the paper cost of this at mid? It's very cheap. I'm just going to do a quick Google search real quick, or a quick TCG Player. because really the most expensive cards in the deck are your 4 Wooded Foothills, your 4 Windswept Heaths, and your Blood Moons. And ironically, the uncommon. So we're looking at like you can get TCG mid on Blood Moons like 45 a piece, depending on the edition. Let's see, Foothills are, I believe, about 20 or so. Yeah, $20 median, and then you can go after the Onslaught ones for 35-ish. So yeah, it's pretty cheap actually. So all the Inferno Titan's cheap. Finks are like $10 or $11. Thrun's like $10. So in terms of modern decks, it's like super affordable. Like that's one of the reasons why it appealed to me when I built it, is just because it's very immensely affordable. So Farfstone says, "Kay, I'm gonna hit you up, brother. Thanks." I'm shopping. Guruk Butt Speaker says, "I'm shopping around trying to find a modern deck to build for paper, and this deck is def going into my list of decks to consider. What would you say are your hardest matchups?" Basically, the hardest matchups for this deck are the aggressive decks that don't line up with Bonfire and Sudden Shock as your main removal. So, like, Naya Zoo can be a little bit challenging, or the Blitz decks, for example, where they have a lot of like Kurt-Apes, Experiment ones, Nicodles, things like that, that basically make your bonfires a little bit awkward, because you can usually pretty easily and quickly bonfire for 2, but bonfiring for 3 from your hand is a little challenging, especially if you're under pressure and they're like going after your mana dorks. And then Sudden Shock, like as you can imagine, Sudden Shock does some stuff against against their like Grim Lavamancers and Goblin Guides and Burning Tree Emissaries and Bushwhackers, but like it doesn't do a whole lot of other stuff. It doesn't kill a whole lot, so you just kind of have to like play your Finks right and all that stuff. The burn decks can be a little challenging, but like Blood Moon does a lot to stave off some of their more important cards. So like I would say the most difficult. I'll also like Living End is like 50-50. They're pretty land light, and you can just get them with like Blood Moons and stuff.